from University of Texas, Dallas, with an honors in molecular biology. With a larger aim to get into law school, I am currently on an H-4 visa, which is a dependent visa where I cannot legally work but can go to school. I started applying to all the Texas dental schools last year, and I came to know that none of the schools, in spite of my credentials, none of the schools are ready to get me in because I am not a citizen, or I don't have a green card here. A green card, my husband's green card and mine too is under process, but looking at the numbers and backlogs, it's going to take 23 years for us to get a green card. 23 years. And so the dental schools are asking me, oh, come back when you have your green card. I cannot wait for 23 years. This is my home now. This is my community. I want to do so much for this community. I have been working as a full-time volunteer in Mission Arlington for the past 3 years. I go to community dentals in dental clinics in Dallas itself. I want to do so much, but I am restricted. Isn't US a country where you give equal opportunities to everyone? Why is something that education also requires a barrier? Oh, you have to have a green card, you have to have a citizenship. I am passionate to get into a dental school and serve the community. I'm not allowed.
Well, that's kind of the same thing that you change. It's obvious we need to reform our system. It's obvious we need to create an easier access for those that will be productive citizens and help our country. And I'm okay with what he suggested. And I certainly don't have. I don't have a problem, but with trying to reform the system. But I do want to say one thing. There should be some process by which we make sure that people that we do allow in this country will be productive citizens, and not just anybody wants to come on over, because not everybody is going to be an honor student in microbiology, and there are some people that would probably take advantage of our benefit packages and all the pluses of being in the United States. So I'm not for just, okay, open the doors and hope everybody becomes a good citizen. I'm not for that.
I just had one point to say in this thing that when I came here, I was told that on H-4 visa, you cannot legally work. I did not. I did not seek to legal employment. For the last 6 years, I've been going to school, serving the community, and now I get to hear that, okay, you know what, you just stay home. You cannot even go to school. Despite the fact, okay, you cannot work, I accepted it. That, you know, I'll work when the day comes, I'll become a dentist and I'll work. But now, if the right to go to school is also taken from me, what am I supposed to do?
Well, it's obvious that we shouldn't have a system that allows you into the country to study, and it doesn't allow you to get some sort of a mechanism that's in a reasonable time period to stay here and work if you choose to do that. That should be, in my opinion, part of the total package. That if you're allowed to come study and you keep your nose clean, make good grades, and do all the positive things, it may not should be automatic, but at least there ought to be, you don't wait 23 years.
Yes, and we seek your support.
Basic point as well.
We seek your support. There are 1 million people like me who are stuck in backlogs. The waiting time is from 23 to 75 years. And the children, our children are born here, they are citizens, and this, we want to make this as our own country.
I'm good.
Thank you so much.
What do you think it ought to be? If I said I'll do whatever you want, other than just get you in and forget everybody else, what would you say? Instead of 3,000, what do you want that quota to be for that classification?
So technically, the situation is that because of the per country restriction, so there are 50,000 quotas for every country together. Okay? Per year, there will be 50,000 green cards would be issued.
I'm not asking that. I'm asking, it's 3,000. You said 2,800, and I said 3,000. You want it to be, for India, you want it to be 30,000, you want it to be 100,000, you want it to be 3 million, you want it to be unlimited. What do you want it to be?
Yeah, no, one that restriction that from one country, so suppose for another country, like.
I'm not care, no.
Pick a number.
Pick a number.
Take a number.
We are not asking for any number. All we are saying is maybe first come, first serve. The person who.
Well, you don't worry, you don't care
To
about
answer
the
your
number.
question, right now the 50,000 is
Well,
still
my
a
guess
good
is
amount.
we did first come, first serve, you're not first in line.
Yeah,
So somebody, 15 years already.
so to answer your question, right now 50,000 that's a good amount. But
So you don't want to change, no.
we are going in a small step at a time, and 50,000 is still a good amount, provided, because some of the countries, the quota is not utilized. So 3,000 for that country is not utilized, there are not enough applicants. So the quota from that country can be, since it is not utilized.
So that's your solution, is the same classification.
Exactly, that's what.
What do y'all think about that? Then he was breaking the law. Oh, he was a minor too. Okay, well then, you know, then I'd be okay on putting him on the path to citizenship if he also came here when he didn't have any control over it. But for those that were adults and they came here knowingly and willfully violating our policy, that they should get a visa, get a work permit, somehow come into the country legally, I want to put them on some sort of a path to.
Are you thinking about closing the bill?
Well, I'm thinking about talking to people to propose a bill. I'm not on the relevant committee that will be actually putting the bill into play, but I'll have a chance to have input into it and to amend it. But if you came here undocumented as an adult, I will put you, if you pass a background check and you haven't done criminal activity and done drugs and you've been a good citizen and paid your taxes and have a job and all that, I'm willing to let you become a permanent resident so that you're here legally, but I'm not willing right now to say you become a citizen. Okay? Now, your mother pointed out at lunch that maybe after a certain period of time you could begin to apply for citizenship, or maybe you could pay a fine. I'm open to some of that, but as of right now, I'm not saying forget how you got here and what your intentions were. If you're here now, we're going to let you become a citizen. I'm not going to go that way. I'm not going to do that. I'll help the folks that came here under educational visas and things like that. This quota system is a mess. We need to reform it. We need to change it. We need to take a real look at the country by country situation and the specific employment categories and all that. Again, we don't want to just say, totally open door, but we can certainly do it in a way that makes sense on both sides. We get productive citizens or productive workers, and at the same time, there is some discretion